How's it going, guys? This is Todd, aka Redneck Champ, and I just want to say hello. How y'all doing? To kind of take a little bit of a break in the regular of my everyday life. We had exams this week, midterms, if you want to call them that. And I got one test tomorrow, 2 more tests this week. I got a test on Thursday, test on Friday. Tomorrow's test will probably be the hardest. Tomorrow and Thursday. Tomorrow will probably be the hardest. Thursday will be the most memory intensive, I guess is a good way to put it. You know, kind of applying the knowledge base kind of thing. And, it'll be tough as well, but it won't be the hardest thing I've ever done. But it will be tough, because my nerves will be wrecked. Someone will need to give me a Valium before I go in there to calm me down, to level me out. But, I was wanting to have a vlog, and I was wanting to discuss some things with y'all that are pretty important in my life, and I would imagine in just about everyone's life. Now, most of you all know that, who have been a follower of my channel, and listen to my vlogs and whatnot, and really paid attention to my videos. I'm a spiritual person. I'm a Christian. I've been a proclaimed Christian and living it for 8 years. I'm 24, so you do the math. It's a hard thing. It's a hard thing to continue on this path at times in life when things are getting hard to bear, are getting constantly built up and constantly being brought back up, and it's a struggle, it's a test. Now, I know there's not a lot of you all who's watching this may or may not be Christians, or may not absolutely believe in God, but I know you have to be spiritual in some way or another. If it's just, being, understanding your body, understanding your mind and your thoughts, and trying to be at peace or whatever with yourself. Spiritualness is in all of us. It's a part of our lives. It's the way that we cope with things that normally in the physical world we could not deal with or even understand. For me, I believe in God. I love God. To myself, I honestly feel like He's with me at all times in my life. He's pulled through for me in situations in which I didn't figure I could ever pull through. And it's nothing I've done, or it's nothing necessarily that anyone else around me has done. So it has to be Him. It has to be this person out there who is watching over us, who doesn't really act on the physical world necessarily, but helps push things along when it really needs to be. And how do you all, those of you who are Christians, who believe in God or believe in a spiritual being at all, how do you all deal with times in which it really tests you, when it really drags you down and causes you to want to make decisions that you just don't want to make, or causes you to want to take actions that you hate to have to take, but it looks like you've got no other options? There's so many things that goes on in my life now that I've had to go through over the past year that, to me, I don't think a normal person, I don't think a person at all should have to go through. It's not like an everyday thing, guys. Don't worry about that. Yeah, I'm nowhere near suicidal. Maybe more homicidal. Homicidal. How do you say it? Homicidal. Homicidal. There we go. No, I'm just kidding. But no, it's something other that, honestly, something other that is, there's different things. It seems like they keep building up at the same situation that, I hate to have to deal with, hate to have to go through. So I guess the biggest thing is I like to have like an open discussion with those of you who watch these vlogs and are interested. No matter when it is you watch this, no matter how old it is, I'm going to read all the comments on this video continuously from here on out. I would like to know how you all deal with it. Again, those of you who are Christians, or those of you who are not, just believe in some type of spiritual being or some type of spirituality at all, how do you deal with it? I mean, I'm really wanting to know, you know, how do you maybe what's the best way to go about going through any type of hardship like that I'm discussing. I'm not going to get into details, guys. I'm not that kind of person who gets on social networking things and tells their problems to that extent. I'm not going to do that. I can't stand people who do that. Everybody complains about work or something like that. I'm talking about like real hardcore, serious, everyday problems. Maybe not even every day, but like I get tickled at people who get on Facebook and they're talking about, oh, so-and-so broke up with me, that scumbag. I hope he can die and rot. Well, in the next week, they're back together. I always think that's funny. Or something like that. I'm not one of those people. I can't stand looking at that. There's a few people who I'm friends with on my Facebook account who do that from time to time. And I've been so interested in just deleting them. A lot of people, I don't delete them just because I don't want to offend them. And I'll just completely hide everything they say. You know, you got that option now. You don't have to delete someone. And there's just still a bunch more right now that I would love to just... Some days it's funny listening to it, don't get me wrong. It's kind of like, wow, I got a pretty good life, apparently. But then there's other times you're just like, gosh, would y'all just grow up, you know? Deal with your problems. Quit getting on Facebook and saying it there. And I'm not one of those people to do that. But yeah, doing these vlogs and making my videos, guys, it's a big way for me to deal with my problems. It helps me get away from the real world just for a few minutes. If it's just for a couple hours of playing a game, it's a big uplifter. Another thing I like to do that's away from virtual reality is I like to go hunting. I like to go fishing. I like to go just hiking in the woods. Getting out in nature seems to be like it's like my natural Valium, my natural Xanax, I guess is the way to put it. It always has been. It's been a big part of my life since day one, and I figure it'll continue to be so. Even though I don't live right at where I used to live at, and I'm an hour away from that, when I get really bad shape and stressed and really my nerves are shot, my anxiety's kicking in, I go to the park. I go out to one of the national parks or state parks or whatever they are. I go out to one of those and I sit and I just reflect and I listen to nature and I listen to what God has to say that way. That's the way I look at it, and that's the spiritualness in me. I look at it how that God has given me so many wonderful things to look at. He's created all this wonderful place for me, and He continues to do more things. And I reflect on that, and I meditate, you might say, on that, and it brings peace to me, and it helps. That's how I deal with it. Sometimes I just pick up my Bible and I'll read it. I've had to slack off because of school, but I preach and at my home congregations a couple times a month. I've had to completely slack off completely just about it because of school. But that's one thing I always said was that, you know, it's amazing and all the wonderful things we can find out and we can find answers to just by reading the Bible. Whether or not you're a believer or not, there's so many answers, so many good things can come from the Bible that will help you to work through issues and problems. It's kind of like, I heard somebody say it was the handbook while here on earth. How does it go? they said Bible stands for something other before leaving Earth. I don't remember now. BI stands for something, and then BLE stands for before leaving Earth. Basic instructions before leaving Earth. That's how it goes. And to me, that goes for everybody. It's kind of like I like reading stuff that Buddha said and Confucius. I always did like reading those especially when I was in high school and whatnot, because I don't believe in their type of spirituality, but I like what they have to say. It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty blunt, and I really like that. And then when I pick up the Bible, I do it the same way. I can read it from the straight up religious Christian way, or I can step back and I can read it like it's a manual or a guide on ways to deal with problems and situations, and how other people in the past have dealt with it. Whether or not you believe they're fictional or not, I don't believe they're fictional at all. I mean, I believe they're fictional. I believe they're real people. However that goes, I don't know the difference in nonfiction and fiction. I think fiction is fake and nonfiction is real. I don't remember how that goes. But anyways, I feel that it's real. I feel like it's a true history. There's so many things in the history that we've learned about that have already been wrote about in the Bible. But like I said, I'm a Christian, and at times I look at it from both ways. And I can go out in the mountains and into the hills and fishing and whatnot, and I do the same thing. That's like my medicine. That's like my pill. And it's so wonderful to be able to do something like that. I know there's a lot of you who live in cities, and it's hard for you to go maybe to the Central Park or whatever and relax and kick back in the park and enjoy it there. And I feel for you who can't. But maybe that's what you need. Maybe that's all you need. So I just like to know, what do you all do for times like that? Really think about it. If you don't care, I'm being honest. I would really like to know. I'm interested. Because I feel like sharing methods, sharing ways to deal with everyday life is a key thing for us all. They say that the reason we study history is to not repeat the past. Well, if we learn from one another and we talk to one another and we discuss these things, it's a way for us not to get drugged down into the things outside the world that's there to drag us down. I mean, we can continue on. We can persevere through it all. So, if y'all don't care, please leave me some comments. Whatever it is, leave me some comments. Let me know how it is that you all deal with stress and anxiety. How do you deal with conflicts? If you're someone who just deals with it just about throwing fists immediately, don't even ask questions or whatever, that's fine. Just state that. I just want to see the different ways. Maybe y'all know some way that maybe I just haven't thought about, which is very, very likely. So I would appreciate that a lot. I wanted to be able to bond with you all. Like I said, I've said since day one, the reason I do these vlogs is because I hope that I can get enough viewers that I can connect with you. And it's basically like a giant worldwide network of communication. I don't want to be one of these commentators who just throw out video games only for you all and, don't really contact with you all and get connected. I don't want to be one of those guys. I don't want to be one of those people who is fake and it just puts on a fake face every time I get on the camera and act like I'm the happiest guy in the world 24/7. I can't tell you the amount of people, the amount of commentators that I finally get sick of watching just because they sound like they're always happy no matter what is going on. I know better. No one is always happy unless they're on meds of some sort, and I don't even know how that would still happen. You'd think at some point you'd finally come off of those, but I want to be real. I hope it makes sense. I want to be as real as possible for you all. I'm no special person in no way. I'm just a guy from Appalachian Mountains who is living my life, playing some video games, and trying to connect with you all across the world, no matter where you're at. So, just let me know what y'all think. I appreciate it so much if you would do so. If y'all would like, I'll make a show for these vlogs. and I'll just put all these vlogs in a show. That way, all y'all have to do is go throughout my show and watch my vlogs. If you just want to watch my vlogs, don't want to watch my video games, you can subscribe to the show that way. I may do that. I may try to do that this weekend when I get off on spring break. I'll try to set up this thing so that it'll be in a show format. And if y'all don't want to subscribe to my main channel, you don't want to watch the games part, but just want to, connect, just talk, chat, you can do that. I don't want to make a whole nother channel just for vlogs, because that's a whole lot of work, and that's two different things that some of you'd have to subscribe to if you want to do that. And I don't want to do that. So y'all can just subscribe to the show. I'll let you know in a video when that will be happening. Give you the link and stuff that you can actually subscribe to the show if you want to do that. But anyways, thanks so much for your support. Thanks for your comments in advance. I will read them if you leave them, so please do so. Yeah, I look forward to it. So I'll keep you all in my mind and my thoughts and in my prayers. Please do me the same way. We should always keep one another in our thoughts and prayers. And I'll see y'all next time. Take care, everyone.